Good morning and happy new year. Our first Monday Morning Pep Talk of 2025. And to kick off 2025 on the right note, I'm diving into the 262nd episode of my Monday Morning Pep Talk. And this week, we're getting back to the fundamentals of hitting the goals that you all set last fall. Um, and I will share a few powerful, basic strategies and ideas to help you hit the ground running and make 2025 your strongest and most productive year yet. But before I jump into today's call, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the full service, full fee advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy advisors sell more real estate. And I do that by teaching you how to handle the challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. And when you can effectively manage those situations that arise on a daily basis in your business, you will be more productive and you will live a life that reflects the best version of yourself. And my ask, as always, is that you sit with me today and listen as if we are on a one on one coaching call, um, either in my office or on the cell phone. Um, all right. Let's address the elephant in the room. Jim, do I really have to start all over again in 2025? Does my production really get reset to zero just like that? And here's the good news, it doesn't have to. Let me share with you kind of a game changing perspective, kind of a mindset around production. Now, I challenge you to track your success. Instead of tracking your success on a calendar year, switch to a 12-month rolling production method. This is just essentially looking at the last 12 months, dropping month 13th as you add the new month that you're in. This approach keeps you focused on your most recent 12 months of production, giving you a real-time snapshot of your true performance. It's a more dynamic and empowering way to measure your growth. Okay. And that's honestly as a real estate broker, running a real estate brokerage. Um, we look at 12-month rolling because that's the true snapshot. Um, you look at someone's production over a 12-month period of time, and that shows you the true trajectory that they're on. And I highly recommend that you kind of start looking at it that way. That gives you the ability not to feel like you're starting over every year. Okay. And while you're at it, if you haven't already, consider making the shift from sales production to gross commission income, GCI, as your primary metric, especially with all the changes that were made in the industry last year. It's such a better measure. GCI tells the real story of your business. It's kind of where the rubber meets the road. And for those of you here at Jameson Sotheby's International Realty, a heads up and reminder that starting in the 2025 production year, our awards in 2026 will be moving to be based on GCI, a hybrid. Now, we're not going to show your income. We're just going to rank you based on GCI. So I would say that now is the time to align with this smarter, more strategic approach to tracking your success. Okay, so that's my first tip. Here's tip number two. I want you to log into your 2025 business planning guide or the business plan, whichever one you decided to use that you carefully crafted back in the fall of 2024. And I want you to make the decision to recommit. Okay. You put all that work in. You put all that work into building your 2025 business plan. And chances are, I know it's true for me, some fresh ideas or breakthroughs popped into your mind during the holiday downtime, and maybe even a few more um, maybe a few make that original plan feel a little bit outdated. And guess what? That's not just okay, it's a sign of growth. So take the time to prune, refine, and make those adjustments that align with this renewed vision. Okay. Then get back on the field and start strong. Okay. Win today. Stack that win into a successful week. You've been here before. You know the formula. The key is to recommit, refocus, and make 2025 the year where consistency and clarity set you apart. Tip number 3. While we're on the topic of consistency, can we just make consistency the cornerstone of 2025? In fact, let's all agree to adopt it as one of our primary words of the year. Here's why. Success doesn't come from sporadic bursts of effort. It comes from identifying what works and showing up to do it every single day. Now, that is truly the secret sauce that separates winners from everyone else. Talent is great, but let me tell you, consistency beats talent every single time. When you pair consistency with discipline, you'll find that 80% of the challenges you face in 2024 can be solved. So, if you're serious about making 2025 your best year yet, focus on consistency. It's not just a habit, friends, it is your superpower. Tip number 4, don't forget the simple math. When you serve more people and increase the value you provide each client, your income will naturally grow. It's math, it's fact. It's a universal law of success. In our world, that means it means having a rock solid CRM strategy and dialing into your standard operating procedures, your SOPs. These are the engines that drive your business forward. And team, I will tell you at Jameson Sothebys International Realty, this is what we will be focusing on this year, especially with our move to ReChat. We got some exciting things around the SOPs that we're going to roll out, especially if you're part of my Take Flight course. Why is this so powerful? Because the best marketing isn't about flashy ads or gimmicks. It's about word of mouth testimonials and personal introductions. I built 3 businesses on this approach. Trust me, it works. When your systems ensure an exceptional client experience, people can't help but talk about you. People remark about remarkable experiences. And when they do, your business takes when you do, or when they do, your business takes on a life of its own. So double down on your CRM, double down on your standard operating procedures, and watch the ripple effect take over. Tip number 5, take a moment to reflect on your 2024 transactions and I want you to identify the source of each one. Was it a referral? Great. Trace it back to the original seed that started the chain of introductions. Once you've done this, pinpoint your top 3 seed lead sources and commit to doubling down on those in 2025. This simple exercise, I don't know, it'll take you 30 to 60 minutes of your time, but the payoff is enormous. You'll save hours of effort and a significant amount of money next year by focusing on what's already working. When I said next year, I mean this year, 2025. Pro tip, moving forward, this is the year I want you to track in real time those seed leads and where they came from. That way, you won't have to play detective after the fact. It's a small investment in discipline that creates big results in clarity and efficiency as it relates to your lead generation and your marketing efforts. Track your seed leads the moment that call comes in. You're going to hear me talk about lead capture this year. I'm just giving you a heads up. Lead capture is going to be a big topic that you will hear me talk about this year for sure. Tip number 6, let's get real. If you want 2025 to be better, it's time to leave at least one bad habit in 2024 and replace it with one good habit in the new year. It doesn't have to be a massive overhaul, just one shift that moves the needle. And here's the deal, okay? I've attached my weekly habit tracker to this week's email, my email that I send out each week to everybody that has registered for it. And you're going to be able to grab that on my website too, askjimmiller.com. If you need a quick crash course on how to use it, head over to my YouTube. I'm going to have a video on how to use that. And I want to walk you through exactly how it works. It's an analog tracking approach. You know how I love tracking. So small changes create massive, massive momentum. Okay. So what habit are you going to ditch? And which new habit are you going to commit to? Write it down, track it, and watch the ripple effect in your life. You got this. Tip number 7. Everything starts with your mindset. Remember, all good things begin between your ears. The thoughts you allow to take root shape who you become and the life you create. If you want to level up in 2025, it's time to take control of your inner dialogue. Here's the challenge. Create a daily practice that helps you elevate and maintain your energy, your vibration above 51% positivity. Kind of like a battery, or a magnet. You want to be on the positive end of that. You want to attract. You don't want to repel. If you're at 49% positive, 51% negative, you will repel the good stuff. So stay at 51% positivity and above. And whether it's meditation, journaling, gratitude exercises, or simply starting your day with intentional affirmations, find what works for you and make it non-negotiable. Team, this is not woo-woo, okay? This is strategy. When you consistently operate from a higher frequency, opportunities align. Relationships thrive and success will follow you. You have the power. We all have the power. Just a few people, though, tap into it, who understand it. I've tried to bring it to your attention and have since I've been doing these calls for the last decade plus. It is a strategy that requires some attention on your part in 2025. So those are my tips, my ideas, and reminders to kickstart your 2025. Yes, you've heard them before, and that's by design. It's intentional. Success isn't about reinventing the wheel. It's about mastering the basics and showing up consistently over time. There are no shortcuts in life or business, but the rewards are well worth the effort. Team, I got to let you know I'm fired up and I'm fully committed to all of our success. Personally, I'm looking forward to an incredible 2025. It's the third and final year of my current 3-year vision cycle, and I could not be more excited about what's ahead. Lots of family transition this year, kids going off to college and grad school. We'll be empty nesters, Amy and I. I don't know. They're saying that we should use the term bird launchers as a little bit more of a positive approach to that topic. But I always get excited about the final year of a vision cycle because those things that you put out there in front of you that seem so huge at the beginning become to look a little bit more realistic. So, team, let's make it happen this year. I want you to start today strong. I want you to set a tone for a productive first full week of January and lay the foundation for an extraordinary month, which will lead to an extraordinary quarter, which will lead to an extraordinary 2025. Team, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening in, and I will see you next week. Thank you.